second episode of the Grounded Glass YouTube channel. My name's Brandon Lavoie. It's good to see everyone again. First things first, would love to thank everyone who tuned in. All 170 of you that watched the first episode. It means a lot. I think, one of the things I kind of took away from that first episode is that not all of these need to look so clean and polished. I think it was a good idea for the first one, for sure. It's an introduction to who I am, what Grounded Glass is, what this YouTube channel is going to be. But, moving forward, it's just sort of about connecting on a regular basis and getting these done when I can. Right now, I'm between jobs. I'm currently prepping a job that's going to shoot here in Napa at the end of April. So that being said, I have some downtime. I just finished up a treatment this morning that got shipped off the client. And so I figured, why not? Yep, that's right. We're going to be doing some jump cuts from now on because I want to make my life easier. And so for this second episode, I thought it would be cool to give you guys a behind the scenes look at a commercial location scout. The point of a scout is for the director, producer, DP, and usually the locations manager to sort of get the lay of the land of a place where the shoot's going to be happening, to lock down different locations, whether it be public spaces, restaurants, farmers markets, houses, just things like that. Get the lay of the land, see how the creative can fit into these different locations, and making sure that the best locations accommodate capturing the best version of the creative for any given job that we get hired to do. And so I figured it would be cool to give you guys a behind the scenes look at this location scout. I took my Osmo and filmed some of the process. And then there's also a bunch of pictures I took on my Hasselblad X2D to bring back, edit, and show to client in a more polished version of the pre-production book. So without further ado, sit back and enjoy this chill-ass scout. So a little bit of a fun fact about me. I love to catch as early of a flight as I can out of SFO. I think I caught a 8 a.m. flight, and lucky for me, I had a direct flight to Tucson, so it was only about an hour and a half in the air. Upon landing, immediately made our way out to the Gates Pass area to scout some desert landscapes. This is Jared Levy, my good friend and cinematographer with his Pentax 645N, and he's taken that camera on pretty much every shoot we've been on for the last couple of years. Standing next to him is our client producer, who we'll just call Pete. Travel days get kind of hectic, and both Jared and Pete were traveling in from New York, so they had a much longer day than I did, but we figured, what the hell, why not go watch the sunset in an incredible environment and get a little work done at the same time? And so I felt compelled to shoot a bunch of stills on my X2D with the 38mm XCD lens. Overall, I'd say we had a really successful first day, especially considering it was a travel day. And the next morning, we'd start bright and early looking for a house location for our talent. Unfortunately, due to certain unforeseen circumstances, a few of the houses that we had been scheduled to see ahead of time were no longer available. But upon arriving at this first house, it was pretty unanimous that this was going to be the location with the strongest attributes to allow us to accomplish the creative and also move efficiently throughout the first day of our 2-day shoot. So really all we had left to find was some downtown walking locations for our talent. And then we also had to find a farmer's market location, which turns out it wouldn't happen until after this scout. Last but not least, just finding some trails for our talent to be doing some trail running on. And so that's about as much as I filmed and photographed on the scout itself. Once you get back from a location scout, your job as a director is to really button up your shot list and start working with your producer or assistant director to nail in a schedule. In this case, we had a 2-day shoot. And so that's what I spent the next few weeks doing. There was a lot of client calls because it's a pharmaceutical company. There's definitely a lot of prep that goes into it. There's a ton of people on client side. There's a ton of people on agency side. And so it's really just, towing the line until the actual shoot comes up. And we felt extremely prepared going into the shoot in early March. The shoot was scheduled for 2 days. Everything went amazing. Talent was great. Client was great. Everyone from agency side was great. But on day 2, right before we went to shoot our last setup, which was sunset overlooking the valley there in Tucson, unfortunately our camera in ARRI 35 bricked. There was a software problem. And so, the best thing to do in a scenario like that is not freak out. Fortunately for us, no one did. Jared, myself, and the line producer all chatted. We spoke with our camera team and figured out within 15 or 20 minutes that we would all be available for an extra shoot day the following afternoon. And so scrambled, switched our flights, ended up actually getting more time with our talent on that added shoot day. And so we were able to shoot more coverage of the preceding scene leading up to the martini shot. And so it actually kind of worked out for the best. We were just unfortunately away from our families a little bit longer. But it worked out for the best. We made it work, and I'm really excited for the finished product to, be wrapped up. I think they're wrapping up post right now. And so to wrap out this video, I thought it would be cool to show you some BTS from the actual shoot that happened at the beginning of March. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.